5-minute trap. 5-minute trap. Five-minute trap.
Pandas. 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 I got bras and then it's some dope need and a Pandas! Welcome to the stream. I'm Bye Money. If you're just joining, make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat. Gary Rutherford, Roel, thanks for your support. Glad that you guys are Pandas and have access to the pre-market show. Bernadette, good morning. Craig, good morning. Free Paper Cuts, good morning. Vincent, good morning. Carl Herman, good morning. Let me pull a poll up for you guys. Jack Huckins, good morning. Melissa Czar, good morning. Robert Castro, good morning. Greg T. JS, good morning. Kellyanne, good morning. Also, drop your location too. I'd love to know where you guys are from. I think it's just extra fascinating to know people are joining around the world. Good morning, guys. Alabama, welcome. Never been to Alabama. FZen from Alberta, never been there either. Arizona, I have stopped by Arizona, going to Grand Canyon and Zion in Utah or Arizona, I'm not sure, but did hit a couple of the national parks there. Grand Canyon is kind of nice because it's like as if you climbed a huge mountain and you're peering down, but it's just like the Grand Canyon, you're already at the top of the mountain and you just get to look into the huge crater in the ground. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Nebraska, never been there. I really do want to go Sydney, Australia. I'm just scared of, the wildlife there. It's just like, if you're from the States, what do you think of like Australia? You just think of like insane wildlife, like Crocodile Dundee. Steve Irwin, I believe that was his name. I mean, these guys are like very super Australian, and they're just like see a panda rolling around in the sand. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Kevin Horvat. As where I am from, I'm actually from the DC area. East Coast. East Coaster. The bamboo forest of the East Coast. PK Futures Trading. Good morning. Cody M. Good morning from Panama City. Never been there either. Robert Castro. Tennessee. Yeah, the giant spiders, the snakes, scorpions. I just imagine koala bears just infesting your house, which is not really a bad thing. Kangaroos just jumping around, just kicking people around. I honestly would be kind of scared, just sleeping. Good morning, guys. Good morning. The daily chart does something interesting here. We actually do hit the top of the trading range with an L4 setup. And boy oh boy, it could reverse here. I mean, typically you look for at least a lower high when you're at the top of the trading range. Look for a lower high setup. Best setup you can look for, obviously. It's a failed second entry long. This is the best setup you can look for to trade a reversal off the top of this trading range, in my opinion, especially if it's below the 20 MA. It's a good setup to look for, but the only problem is the best setups mean that the chances of it happening are not that high. So we'll see. Michelle from California. Coop from Chicago. Lance Gone from the UK. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Haven't been to UK. I actually really like California. I love California. I love visiting California. I don't know if I'd ever live there. I do have a lot of friends that live there, but I don't know personally if I would want to live there. I love visiting there. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Would it be fair to say it's the food mecca of the United States? I just feel like they have the best food in LA. And like, it's just so diverse. DX, good morning from Michael Chin's house, I'm guessing. Michael's Chin? Good morning from Michael's Chin. Wayne Bicknell, good morning from North Georgia Mountains. Yes, welcome. Hassan Marabi, good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Market's about to open in 5 minutes. I have a first breakup trend here, looking for a new low. And possible reversal on the daily chart. In my opinion, I don't know how strong this move is going to be, but we're in a potential reversal spot. I mean, when you have a trading range like this, you're thinking, hey, it's impossible to come back to the bottom of the trading range because look at how big this move is. But we have a L4 setup coming off the top of a trading range, basically this previous pivots. And it's hard to say. It might coil up around here for a while. I don't know. I do know tomorrow there is news, CPI news. And I believe that happens at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So just be aware of that. Tomorrow there is news. Andrew Lewis says, normally, if you guys remember, Andrew Lewis is from Australia. Normally, I would say you don't see that much unless you go to the bush, I guess, or go bush. But saw a brown snake in the reserve the other day when walking the dog. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lance Gone says, my dream is to make £1,000. Is that what that is? A day, then move from the UK to Dubai, tax-free. Amazing. Speedy Boy, good morning. Welcome, welcome. What do I think is going to happen here? I'm thinking new low. I'm thinking new low is going to happen here. And from there, we can have a strong downtrend or reversal. And that's kind of where you have to make your decision. It really depends. If this is a strong move down, we can have an opening reversal as well. So it's just a lot of things that can happen at the opening. We shall see. The 1,000 tick chart, we still have a trading range still valid on the 10,000 tick chart. The 5-minute chart, I actually don't really like looking at the 5-minute chart until the market opens. The reason being is because the 5-minute chart is heavily dependent on volume, and so the volume is typically low in the extended hours. Price action is pretty consistent across on the tick charts. Ralph Gruns, good morning from Atlanta. Welcome, welcome. Market's about to open in 2 minutes here. Making a higher low setup on the 10,000 tick chart. May come back up into the trading range here. May come back up to test. To come back to test the previous day's open, which is way up here, about what, 20 points away. Yep. Market just opened, pandas. Let's get that bamboo. From the price action right now, it's hard to tell what is happening. I thought I was gonna make a new low, but it's going sideways, very choppy at the moment. The 10,000 tick chart suggests that maybe we might come back up to test the previous day's close. Strong bull bar ending on its high at the market open. Let's see if there's follow through. Yep, some follow through. Always in long traders are now always in long. Right, they're buying the close. They bought this close. They're gonna break. They're gonna buy another push up. See, even if they see this, they're thinking with any reversal, I can come out at least break even. Some will sell and take the loss after a strong bear bar like this. We do have a two-legged pullback happening on the 10,000 tick chart. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback here coming off the 20 MA. 5-minute chart. Again, I don't like to really look at the 5-minute chart until a couple of bars later after it opens. So always in long traders bought here. And they're willing to come in with one reversal or take the max pain, you know, whatever it is, 1, 2, or if they see a big bear bar like this, you know, basically they probably have their stop loss under here or under here, but they're not really they're not planning to ever get hit by those. When they see a strong bear bar like this, they're probably just out, take that hit, move on. Because they know that if this was correct, we would have to be able to make all of this. They lose this, but they'll be able to make all of this. Second entry short does trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. The pandas. Red currently 8,000 or 9,860. We are 140 away from 10K. And boy, oh boy, I have some things lined up for you guys for our 10,000 sub special. So if you guys haven't subbed yet, make sure you guys sub. Get us quicker to that 10K mark. Second push down. Could be a nice push down here. Looking for that new low. Looking for a new low still here. It could also be in this downtrend, just a pullback, two-legged pullback here, which is on the 10K chart. We already saw that two-legged pullback. I almost want to go short here, but I'll sit on my pause. Maybe I'll take a trap trade to the short side. I'll need a better setup than this. Again, I don't like two leggies. Right, this is a second entry short. Right, first push up, second push up, and so two legs up. But the first leg goes above the 20 MA, so it's just a little tricky. Even though that is a second entry short, you know, you typically want them to be on the same side of the 20 MA. You want it to be one leg above it, another leg below it. I may take a trap trade here, pandas. Right now it's a micro double top, and it might not give us a trap, but if it gives a trap, I'll consider looking for that new low still. Market's being stingy, not giving us the trap trade. It needs to give us a second entry long. Second entry long is here. I'm going to be taking this trade here. Do not copy my trades, but I'm going to take a short trade. Looking for a new low here. Now we're close to the 20 MA. No longer interested in that. Currently, it looks like a trading range might come back up to the top of the trading range. I like the new low idea there, but now with more price action, I'm not interested in that new low. I'm thinking, okay, something else is happening here. A place where we should have got a new low, it's struggling to make that new low, and instead it's doing this reversal, coming back up to this trading range. Lazar Hadi says, I got 150K. Any advice in scalping? My advice is good luck. Good luck. Alright. I'm not sure if you have a 150K Apex account or 150K of your own money, but if it's an Apex account, trade a little differently maybe, but 150K account, I mean, that is your money to win or lose. Higher low setup, potentially back up to the top of this trading range. Potential second entry short here. A, B, C, second entry short. The reason why I don't like this second entry short, if it does give us a good signal bar, is because, well, now I really don't like it. Bad signal bar, starting to break above the 20 MA, most likely come back to the top of the trading range. But if it were to trigger, I don't like it because it's so close to a support. Trading range indicator at the higher low setup, giving us a nice little scalp up to the top of the trading range. Now, where we were looking for a new low, instead of getting a new low, we're starting to seem like we're a little either reversing or turning to a trading range here. It's a bit confusing. Not sure what's happening. I'm not taking that short trade. Potential reversal here back up to yesterday's high or yesterday's close, which is this dashed line. If you guys don't know, NinjaTrader has a native OHLC indicator. Basically, just marks the highs, the open, the close, or okay, OHLC, open, high, low, close. So I don't like to have the open. I just like to have the basically the close. Close, the low, which is this red line, and the open, or sorry, the high. Potential trap trade here. Small risk if you're to take it. Tricky. I don't know if I really look for a reversal here. I mean, it's tricky because it's starting to go sideways. And if we were like way above here, then maybe, but it's really sideways now. The risk is not too large, a little larger now. But bouncing off the 20 MA, it could hit its head on top of this trading range. And it's just hard for me to just go long there. It's a little too choppy for me, a little too sideways. Okay. Bottom of the trade range, top of the trade range, back to the bottom of the trade range. Now you're thinking, okay, maybe actually might make its new low. This is the nature of a choppy opening where you just don't know what the trend is. You need a couple more bars to happen, and again, the 5-minute bars, the first couple 5-minute bars, like first 5-minute bars, hopefully can tell us the market cycle of the rest of the day. Yeah, we'll see here. I mean, for me, I just see kind of like a triangle starting to form. Definitely gonna keep an eye on this support. Hard to go short right into that. Starting to make lower highs, right? Starting to make this little triangle here. I like shapes. I draw shapes. I draw a circle. I draw a square. I draw a triangle. I love triangle. So this is currently just confusing because you don't know which way it's going to break out. Sort of giving us a support here. Might come back to the top of the trading range. The higher time frames might help us in this scenario because we're beneath the 20 MA. So 10,000 tick chart, we're still underneath the 20 MA, and you know, we're bouncing off of it. It's acting as a clear resistance at the moment. So this could help us decide which way we're going to break out on this triangle. Right? Strong push down. Typically, you have a slight edge trading along with the original breakout direction. So if it breaks down, then not typically, but you have a slight edge to actually find a short trade here. Slight edge, very slight. The reason why it's slight is because if it does break down, the risk reward is very good. Very good risk reward. So the edge is very small. Well, let me rephrase that. The edge is still pretty good, but the probability is slightly higher to break towards the same side, the same direction of the breakout. When it comes out, when you have like a breakout pattern, like a triangle, flag, cup and handle. A cup and handle, is that reversal? That's like a reversal. I mean, you can use it as also a continuation. Head and shoulders. Double tops. Just watching here. Another two-leggy forming on the 10,000 tick chart. What's my 5 minute look like? Okay, 5 minutes, create that inside, outside, inside bar, IOI pattern. Means breakout mode. I mean, it's just a
10,000 tick trap.
Triangle. Another triangle. We're bringing it back to the first grade here. Bring it back to kindergarten. In my opinion, I'm not trading this while we're inside the triangle, especially when we're this close to the apex. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Waiting for this to resolve. I'm basically just waiting for this to actually break out and give me the direction of the trend. Otherwise, it's hard for me to trade a pullback trade if there's nothing to pull back from. Let's just say that. Just watching. Pretty amazing. Notice the trading range was forming way back here, and we've hit the bottom, failed breakdown, to the top, to the bottom, to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top. We're gonna come back to the bottom. The bottom. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Maybe trap trade here. Could be decent. Pretty strong. No follow through on this bar, so we can come back to the bottom of the trading range. Very quite possibly this is a failed breakout and come right back into our triangle. Timothy Chapo, welcome. Lazar, MRZ. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Potential trap trade. I don't know. What's my 5 minute? 5 minute end up breaking out here on this small triangle. Breakout mode. Let's see if it actually breaks out. It could be a failed breakout. Just confusing. Don't know what's happening here. Just watching. Sitting on my paws. I need the market to give me a direction here. Again, one thing that can help you, 10,000 tick chart underneath the 20 MA. In fact, this is creating a two-leggy here. A, B, C. Maybe another two-legged pullback. There was already one here. I kind of don't like taking two-legged pullbacks right after a two-legged pullback. Just because it feels like you're trading more in chop than a trend at this point. But I don't know. Trap trade does trigger. Oh, just too close to resistance. I don't know. I don't know. No clear direction for me. Hope you guys are doing better than I am. If you guys are taking advantage of this trading range, congrats. Finally push higher. I actually make a 2-point scalp there. 2-point scalp, finally. Might be breaking upwards. I was considering the trap. I did not feel confident at all in it though, to be honest. Trap doesn't really go far, no follow through. Reversing. Second entry short does trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. 10,000 tick chart, the second entry short does trigger here on a good signal bar beneath the 20 MA. We can have a strong push down here. Possible measure move from here to here. Could be a measure move. I think this is the highest point actually. Potential measure move here. Failed breakout. Top of the trading range back to the bottom of the trading range. I was considering going short here. If I got one more failure up, I would have gone short. That's what I'm thinking. This is a wedge here. 1, 2, 3 pushes up. Pandas. Hopefully you guys are making a killing. Right now, I'm just like sitting on my paws, getting whiplash. But I haven't lost any money yet, which is a good sign. Alright, I refined this poll. The poll might not be as informative, but bottom of the trading range back to the top of the trading range. 10,000 tick chart. We do have that second entry short, but it looks like it's reversing. Could be a strong reversal back up to the top of the trading range on the 10,000 tick chart. The 5-minute charts are just so choppy, so choppy. I mean, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. For the first 5 bars, looks like, you know, they're overlapping bars. The reason why I don't really want to go long, I want to go long here because the fact we're in a trading range still, and I think the market cycle is hinting at the trading range market cycle, which means we can come back up to the top of this trading range, maybe fill that gap, come back up to yesterday's close. But the reason why it's a little scary is because typically you look for a new low, right? You have your first break of trend here, looking for a new low here before finding that reversal, but the reversal seems like it's happening a little bit before. But if you let the candle finish, it might give you a different picture here. I don't know. This is confusing. All to say, pandas, I'm sitting on my paws. I have no idea what's happening. So I'm going to talk about watching this movie called RRR. Give me a 1 in the chat if you watched RRR on Netflix. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Maybe some possible follow through. That measure move that I marked here can actually happen now. Very surprising, but possible measure move here. Or we can just continue to go in this trading range and come back to the top of the trading range. Bottom of the trading range to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom. Not taking advantage of this. This is one of those days like a 10% chance for this to happen. Very little chance. Sharjeel says, don't watch. Very bad movie. Give me a 1 in the chat if you watched RRR on. You know what? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Actually, 3 bars. I should have gone short here on the third attempt up to break out. The reason why is because it bounced off, so I thought maybe it'll launch off here. Potential trap trade to the short side here. Ooh. It's still choppy. Still choppy in my opinion. Very difficult. JR from Nick watched it. I guess not that many people watched it. Rohan watched it. We do have a trap trade here, pandas. I do want to go short here, but why do I feel like I'm going to get burned? I'm going to get burned to a crisp if I take this short. With that feeling, I cannot do it. I cannot go short here. I can't. It's a good signal bar too. Trap trade to the short side, but it's just so choppy. It's hard for me to trade against this trading range. That'd be a breakout trade. And with a good swing, with a good setup, you can actually take this trade and be profitable in the long term, but you have to get an amazing reward here. You need to have an amazing reward. It ends up working out for a scalp. Unfortunately, it's just too much of a risk, right? The probability was not high enough for me there. But it's just because we're right on this trend line. And you know, yesterday's low was a support right beneath it. It's just hard for me to enter a trade when you have all of that. We might start to make that measure move. 2K chart, I might consider this the measure move here. Whoa. Actually, I can just use this. I already had it saved. This blue line is our measure move from this, from basically up here to here. That's our measure move. Some people may be always in short after they see this doji with follow through. They may be always in short here. 2 bars, doji bar. I want a 2-legged pullback. I want a 2-legged pullback in an obvious trend. You know, that's what I want. That's what I'm waiting for. And it's just, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, pandas. Jonathan Mello asks, do you know when Apex will have 80% off again? Probably not for a while. It usually happens around holidays, and the next holiday will be Labor Day, so maybe Labor Day. I have no idea. It's up to them. I don't decide that. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Like I mentioned, always in short bears, right? After they see this doji with some follow through, they're gonna trade. They're gonna just go short. Buy, sell the close. Always in short now. Now for me, like, the reason why the 2-legged pullback is so hard to trade is because The setup might not happen. It's gone. My buddy. It's obviously not a good thing to do that. But if you can find it, go ahead. But not to be rude, but sorry. All right, Penis. Might be another push down without an entry for us. Might be first entries all the way down to that measure move. Might be first entries all the way down. So it's gonna be hard for us. I'm just waiting for my setup, but when the pullbacks are this small and there's a first entry, basically trap trade. Oh, this is why two leggies are kind of frustrating, because you gotta wait for them and they might never come. If you're out brooks, you're already in this trade. You're probably in this trade after you see this doji. You just go short here. You can put the stop up here, but always in short. Pandas. I like a setup. Like I mentioned, I really wanted to go short here, but I didn't because of this trend line. I mean, it's a breakout, and you're gonna have to bank on that breakout. But if you did get short here, congrats. I mean, you probably need a good swing here to make this trade worth it. Too many supports in the way. I wish this triggered beneath this support. I wish this triggered beneath this trend line, but instead it triggers right above the trend line. Very frustrating. If you tweak this and you can make it so it kind of like triggers right at it basically, but I don't know. Better safe than sorry, you know what I mean? Seems like a lot of you guys are flat on the day. First entries here, making money still. First entry here might make money. Bears want a measure move. You know, 10,000 tick chart. The measure move comes from top here to this bottom here. And you go to the highest point of the pullback and look for a measure move. But, yeah. What can I say? I would like a trade, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. You may ask, why do we use measure moves and why do they work? Well, basically because of math. Institutions using math. They look at the probabilities, right? And risk reward. So, you know, say that they take this trade and basically if you have big capital, you enter short here, wanting measure move, and your stop loss is way up here above this pivot. And so you have to be at least 50% right of the time to make money off these kind of trades. And they're thinking this is 50-50 here. Or maybe a little bit more chance to be, you know, it might be 51% you win all the time. Or you win here. To make a measure move. And so because of the math, measure moves are used for trading, and some person out there who was looking at charts all day realized that, and yeah, but it's because of the math of the trader's equation is why measure moves are used or found in the market. No setup, super choppy. What to do, what to do. What's my 5 minute look like? 5 minute? Actually, 5 minutes in a trading range. So many overlapping bars here. We do have a decent push down, but man, the market cycle, I'm not sure. Could be a first entry here. Might miss this. Might miss the train again. Might miss the boat here again to be able to participate in this downtrend, but I'm fine with that because I don't trace. I don't chase. I wait for the setup to come to me. If it gives me a two-leggy here, I'll expect. You know, I'm thinking downtrend right now. Yeah, hashtag don't chase. We do break below this low. First entry. So that's what's annoying about the two-legged pullback, because sometimes you don't get the setup. It just takes forever for a setup to come. By the time it comes, it's too late in trend, and you're just, you know, it's not wise to actually take it. We do have a small wedge forming here. I think we're in a strong downtrend right now. So I'm looking for shorts, but let's see if we get one. Trap trade, another failed second entry long here. Another first entry here. Pullback's very small. People are probably, I don't know if they're always in short anymore. You know, you're always in short, like from here, and you keep doing, but then when you start to see this chop, you're thinking, okay, maybe no longer always in short. Take my profits, re-enter in if there's a setup. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Currently, 43% of you are flat like I am, and for good reason. Pretty strong move up. Touching the 20 EMA now. This wedge could be a wedge here. Gap formed currently. Let's see what happens here with the price action. Oh, I mean, am I still waiting for a two-legged pullback is a question. It's hard to say at this point because of this horizontal chop. I think I can trade a failed breakout here. Maybe come back into this chop here, but we'll see. Maybe a good signal bar coming above this break here. Could be spiking channel as well. Just waiting, setting my pause again. This all day. Terrible price action. Pandas, if you're new to the stream, welcome. I'm Bye Money. Every single day we trade two-legged pullbacks here on the emini, and that's what we scalp. That's the setup we look for. We use one single instrument, one single setup, and we scalp the market every single day starting from 9:15. Welcome, welcome. If you guys are new, we use pure price action here. If you're confused at what you're looking at on the charts with all these numbers, this is a Two-legged pullback indicator, basically telling us where all the two-legged pullbacks are, where all the second entries are, where all the traps are with the magenta boxes. Two-legged here. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to take a two-legged off the 20 MA. It's hard for me to take because it's coming off a wedge here. I don't like to trade against wedges. A, B, C. You know, a wedge can be also viewed as a break of trend to new low. So that could be the case, and we could have a reversal here. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're going to take a second entry short. Give me a 2 if you're going to skip it. Give me a 3 if you take a reversal trade here. Trap trade. A, B, C. Second entry short. If it fails in reverse, that's a trap trade. That's what we call a trap. Could look like this or like this. A lot of you guys are skipping it, huh? All right, all right. A lot of you guys are looking for the trap trade or skipping it. Another first entry. We might not even get a second entry here. But you can see right now, right, we are in a limit order market, which makes things very confusing for us. Still the 20 EMA is acting resistance. Could be a spike in channel here. Something along these lines. Here. All right. Two-legged pullback. It has given us our second pullback here. So any reversal from here on out is a second entry short. Maybe a good signal bar, I'll take it. This is confusing. I'm not gonna lie, this is confusing, and this is making it, things are very difficult because how choppy they are. We're clearly underneath the 20 MA. In my opinion, we're clearly in a downtrend at the moment. So, those things being said, boy oh boy, it's not enough room to the bottom. Terrible signal bar at the moment. I don't like how the 5-minute chart, it's basically creating an inside bar. The 10K chart, OI pattern. Second entry short does trigger. The risk is small. I mean, it looks like it's going to work out. It's just a terrible signal bar. Terrible signal bar. The risk is small, but terrible signal bar. It's just a bull bar ending on its high. It's like the worst signal bar you can imagine. But the risk is so small that it might have been worth taking. With a downtrend, to go with a downtrend here. I don't know. It's too choppy for me. You can enter the trade, you could come with retracement, but we're in Trap City right now. You can enter anywhere here and you're better position if you entered here. Technically, if you're going short. Because you have a better retracement. Hard. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts to break down. Starting to push down now. Like I mentioned, you could have had a retracement anywhere here and be better than entering here because you're higher up. So your risk is smaller. Probability is pretty much the same as entering short here. It's just so choppy. So many overlapping bars. I just... Exactly, pandas. I mean, we have emoticon just for this. Just sitting and waiting. Trap is about to trigger here. Trap doesn't even trigger because it's the micro double top. Micro double top, micro double top. That might be enough for traders to go short here. That might be enough reason to go short here. Double top, micro double top, continually underneath the 20 MA. People are going to treat this as a failed second entry long, looking for a second entry or Pikachu trade here. They entered short here on this bar. I wish it actually triggered above, one tick above, so we actually have a Pikachu trade, but no Pikachu here. Sitting on my pause. Could be a strong push down. Absolutely no clue what's happening here right now. We create another wedge. This wedge here, this wedge here. Starting to curl upwards, as you guys can see. This is so choppy. I mean, look at the 10,000 tick chart. When it looks like this, what you know, it's hard to say what's going to happen here. It could break out, come back to the 20 MA. Another push down. If anything, this could be a break of trend to new low. I don't know, pandas. Very frustrating price action. 5-minute chart actually does finally trigger the second entry long here. It took a very long time. I almost want to go short for a failed breakout to come back down into this trading range. I just need a setup. Terrible price action. I mean, we finally get breakdown and then it just goes right into chop like this. I'm sorry, pandas. It might be another stream with no trades, and I really want to enter a trade. I just can't. Not with this price action. It's too confusing. Very frustrating. Currently no trades. And if a two-legged hap appears here, I don't know if I even want to take it. It's just going too sideways. I don't know. I mean, maybe I could just sell limit orders, top, scalp 1 point, go in and out, in and out. This is a part of trading, pandas, where sometimes nothing happens. Like, absolutely nothing happens. Less and less of you are flat, which is good. I guess you guys are entering trades. I just don't know what trades you're entering. Market's too confusing for me. Maybe sell a point above here. come back into our trading range. Thinking this trading range is so strong, it might come back into it. It's a good signal bar, but it's not enough room to the bottom of the trading range. And it's quite large. It's low probability because you don't know. Everything's 50-50 at this point. It's going sideways, pandas. I'm sorry. I wish I can change the market, but I cannot. I think tomorrow, after the CPI numbers come out, the market's going to start moving like a rocket. I mean, who really knows? But the CPI numbers can be catalysts for the market to actually start moving. If you guys don't know, CPI will come out tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So just be aware of that if you trade the extended hours. Yeah, just be careful. Be careful. I don't even want this trap trade. I don't want anything here. It's just too sideways. Limit order market. So just what can you do other than watch this dry? Watching paint dry. Trap does trigger. Yeah, I think August typically is a pretty slow month. Pandas, if you guys can automate a strategy, what strategy would you automate? Ooh. Sorry about that. Still no idea what's going on. Nothing has changed. There's a gap here. May come back to yesterday's low again. Just absolute garbage price action. I wish I could get this price action, turn into a human and punch it in the face. It's so slow. So choppy. What is going on? It's untradeable. I mean, it's a limit order market and it's going up now, and it's just untradeable. I mean, you can go short here, go long here, take like a 3-point stop loss maybe, depending on the amount of depending on how many points you make on your scalps. You can adjust your. Just go long here as a limit order market. Assume we're going to come back up. $10,000 tick chart. Measure move still waiting to be hit. 5-minute chart. It could actually trigger a trap trade here. A little strange, but yes, could trigger a failed second trade long here. Maybe looking for another push down, looking for a new low on the 5-minute chart. We don't even come to yesterday's low. And that's kind of amazing. We're still above the 20 MA, so I'm not really taking a trade here. Some traders may go short here, but I look to the left of the chart, seeing how choppy you are. I think, in my opinion, difficult to consider this always in short trade. It's not necessarily a breakout area, right? This is like you're within the trading range, so you're not really looking for always in short here, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Course, but the price action will tell you exactly what happens though. Decent push down. Strawberry bars. Maybe the people were always in it. We're actually always in short right there. We triggered a 5-minute trap. Could look for a new low now. No setups for me though, pandas. So why does it matter? Doesn't really matter. Well, a snoozer. Sorry, pandas. Wish I could do something more exciting, but the market, it is what it is. Only take what the market gives you. I mean, I'm thinking bearish because we're still underneath the 20 MA. The 5-minute chart also underneath the 20 MA, so I'm thinking bearish, but the media price action, very choppy, hard to say. Still flat on the day. Everyone's just like starting to leave, dropping like flies. And what's the point of watching this when there's nothing happening in the market? I agree. If you guys need to leave, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But otherwise, we're gonna watch this paint dry together as a community. At least we have each other. Maybe. Still hitting the bottom to the top. Back to the bottom. Back to the top. There's absolutely nothing going on. I think, yeah, it's tempting to probably try to find some sort of pattern here, but I think just recognizing the market cycle, especially with the first 5 bars on the 5-minute, market opens here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just overlapping bars. Kind of gave us the idea that we might not make a strong trend day today. That's not always a hard and fast rule, but kind of gives you a sense of what, you know, the price action is kind of telling you what the market's feeling. And you know, that's what it is. 140 subs until 10,000 subs, and at 10,000 subs we will have a 10,000 sub special. And so if you are a sub and like to live in a submarine and you like to go subway, take the subway, please subscribe, and we get to get closer to our, we can get to our goal even quicker, making it so we can have our 10K special stream with all you guys even quicker. So make sure you guys sub to the channel. You're gonna think this is a nice setup here, but in reality it's not. In reality this is nothing. Corsi. I have some fun things waiting for us. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I'll just say it's gonna be a blast right now, and you don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's basically gonna be a stream where I can give back to you guys, since you guys have given me so much, you know, through the community. You know, like I said, I've said this plenty of times, but haven't said it in a while. But yeah, like, as thankful as you are for me streaming every single day diligently, I'm thankful for you guys. You know, it's just as nice for me to have a community to be able to trade, and it's a place where we can all get together and yeah. And just imagine me just being the host here. Woo-wee. This is so bad. This is really bad price action. I really am looking at the second entry, but it means nothing to me because we're in a limit order market. So this can do whatever it wants. I just really can't say much about it. I don't know what's going to happen here. Again, and again. Ugh. Volume is just horrendous right now. It's taking so long for these candles to form. Let's see actually how long they're taking to form. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I guess the candles are not taking that long. It's basically like a 1 minute chart right now. Not bad, not bad. I guess more than the volume is more volatility. I mean, we're printing candles, but pushing up to fill this gap, hitting yesterday's low. Perhaps finally finding some direction here. May fill this gap. Finally. The 5 minute chart, interestingly, makes a higher low second entry long. Maybe come back to the top of the trading range on the 5 minute chart. 10,000 tick chart. Something similar, higher low setup here. Interesting. Huh. $32 degrees in the UK. Is it winter time in the UK right now? I thought you guys have the same seasons as the US. I mean, isn't it all northern hemisphere? Is that how that works, right? If you're in the other hemisphere, it should be the opposite. Oh, 32 degrees Celsius. Well, that makes a big difference, doesn't it, pandas? That makes a big difference. That's actually really hot. Okay, gap filled. Bye-bye, gap. Now what? Gap filled, cool. Maybe come back to the top of the trading range. 5-minute chart. It's just so slow. Sometimes this is what trading is. You just watch. Just watch it chop around for a very long time. I think if I was not streaming, I would already left. I would have been doing something else and maybe come back an hour later to see if the market's actually moving. But yeah, hard to say now. Who knows? Maybe I'll get set up soon. We're above the 20 MA on the higher time frames. The 5-minute chart. Jumbo bar ending on its high. A little bit of follow through. Would I look for a 2-leggy here though? To go long? I don't know. Break a trend, maybe to new high, looking for a reversal trade here. I'll take that, I guess. I don't know. 10,000 tick chart, creating a second entry short here, but we gotta break a trend to new low, and it can reverse here. 5-minute chart, not much to say. I mean, a second entry short forming on the 5-minute chart, first one, but I don't like the look of it, nor do I like the price action around it. It's just no bueno. Frank Angel, gonna make some coffee. That's something I need right now. Need that elixir of life. Alright, pandas. You know, welcome to trading. This is day trading right here. Glad that we can do this together though. I honestly wouldn't trust any like sudden movements either. Even if you have a surprise bar, I really wouldn't like follow through with it. Pandas. We have a potential second entry short. I don't know if I like this one though. I'd rather take the trap. You know, you need the trap here. This is a trade I'm looking for. See if we get it. Second entry short does trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. $10,000 tick chart triggers a second entry short. But if you notice on the 10K chart, we have a break of trend to new low. This could be a reversal on the 10,000 tick chart. The 5-minute chart, the second entry short does trigger also on the 5-minute. It might reverse here. I'm looking at the 2,000 tick chart, seeing we have a break of trend to new high, possible reversal down. Second entry long does trigger. Pandas. Do not copy my trades.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap about to trigger on 10,000 tick chart. But I'm actually going to trade to go short here if we get this set up. As you can see, the 20 EMA is also rising here. The reason why I kind of want to go short here is because it's like, if it does reverse, it's 3 attempts to break out from yesterday's low. Break a trend to new high as well. So this is typical where I look for a reversal. Do not copy my trades. Don't do it. Hopefully I can get in this without problem. Okay, it's kind of moving quick here. Oh, I might have gotten a little too early. I'm good. I'm good. Taking a trap trade here. Do not copy my trades. Double bottom. Coming back up. Now it's getting choppy. I don't know if I want to short anymore. Now we're creating trading range. 3 attempts to fail going upwards. Thinking that would reverse here, and I don't like how it looks like now. Right now it's getting choppy. Should have just broken down, reversed here, but bulls are fighting with limit orders and they're buying it up. So don't know if I'm interested in that anymore. I'm like more interested in 10,000 tick chart now, and the fact that this could have a strong reversal back up to yesterday's close. I'm actually more interested in that now. It's two conflicting ideas, the short term and the long term. I don't know.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap could trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. It does finally trigger with a good signal bar. It looks like it wants to reverse here. The 5-minute chart about to trigger the same trap almost. It's a bad reaction though. Disappointing reaction if you went long there currently. Amazingly still in Trap City for those who took the second entry long. It's just very confusing. Goodness. Still in Trap City, so this trigger has been up beneath. 1, 2, 3 failures. Strong bear bar. The reason why I'm not going short here is because the trap already triggered on 10,000 tick chart, and that's typically a strong reversal sign. And I don't want to trade against this reversal right now. I really don't. In fact, I'll probably take a higher low setup on the 2,000 tick chart because of that reversal triggering on the 10K chart. We do feel this gap here. I don't know. Maybe it's a good reversal spot. It's not sure. Boy, oh boy, the trap does trigger. Now the 20 EMA starting to flatten. Whew, this is confusing. Very confusing. Wowzers. Trap on a 10,000 tick chart. Makes an outside bar reversal. That is scary stuff. I'm better off honestly today just not trading anything. That's scary. That's really scary stuff. But like I mentioned, it's hard for me to go long here because I see this trap potential. And it's actually working. It actually overcomes the 10,000 tick reversal setup. Makes an outside bar reversal. You're already out of this trade. You already got stopped out on the 10,000 tick. And that's with a break of trend to new high. I mean, that is, I mean, we're talking about, you know, we got break a trend to new low. Sorry, break a trend to new extreme. So break a trend to new low with the reversal setup. Just absolutely amazing. This could be a failed breakdown of this trading range here. You can trade, you can go long here if you want. I am looking for a certain setup, pandas. I'm looking for a higher low setup here. I want a higher low. If I get a higher low, second entry short, long, A, B, C, higher low, I'll be interested in going long here. Thinking coming back to the top of the trading range, I may come up with two contracts, swing the first one to the top, and then see how big of a runner I can get on this trade. Give me a higher low setup, and I'll be interested in entering long. Again, another reason being is because we got to break a trend to new low already formed here, and we are looking to go long now, pandas. Let's see what happens. I like my setup though. If this setup disappears, like if we break below this pivot low, I'm done with the stream. If not, if we actually get a higher low setup, then I'll enter it. And I'll end the stream once the trade is done. The 5-minute chart. Second entry, failed second entry short may trigger here on the 5-minute. 10,000 tick chart, same candle. Comes back up, retest. I'm thinking we're going long now. Some may trade this as 3 attempts to break out if it does reverse here. I actually would look for a long trade here. Because looking at the higher time frames, it looks like it wants to go up. The trap triggers on the 5-minute chart. Fail second to short, reverses up here. My setup disappears, my higher low setup. Pandas, that being said, probably one of the worst days that we've seen in a while on stream. But it is what it is. And yeah, lots of traps, a lot of failures. Really hard to read this. No setups really for us. But Pandas, with that being said, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, 9:15 for the mainstream, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. Thank you for joining if you guys did. And yeah, hopefully you guys can join again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow there's news at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. CPI numbers are coming out, so be careful if you're trading. And with that being said, happy trading. God bless. Bye.